Hi, everybody. Good morning. Morton County manages 9 parks. We have 6 parks on lakes and 2 on the river. Each one of our parks is different from the other as far as what it has to offer. I'm going to concentrate on Drainer Park, that's on the Missouri River, and Harmon Lake, that's one that the Water Board owns. It's really nice working with the Water Board. They own the land. There's not so many hoops to jump. We don't have to deal with the Army Corps. We don't have to deal with a bunch of BS from private people. It's really fun. The Water Board is extremely nice to work with. In 9 years, I don't recall one time they told me no. Not once. I'm up front with the Water Board. The Water Board's up front with me. We communicate rather well, and life is good. I've been very fortunate that when the campground started, I was more than likely the guy who did the majority of the design of the camping pads and the campground itself. The Water Board had previously put in a swimming beach. We got 500 feet of beach out there, and it was all designed and laid out before the lake filled up. So we got nice gradual slopes. Families can come out, little kids play in the water. We have no problems there. We have over 19 miles of hiking and biking trails. And one of the members of the Water Board who is on our park board is really keen on this mountain bike stuff, and he just goes with it. He designed all the trails. He's in charge of all the maintenance, and it's a good thing. Our campground out there has 43 electrical hookups. Each one of our hookups has a 50 amp, 30 amp, and 220 amps services on them. We allow camping of 2, maybe 3 campers per pad. When we designed our pads, we made them big enough so that we can have 2 and 3 campers on each pad, and we don't have any conflicts. We got enough space where people can get along and just have fun. We have a water hookup out there for filling campers. We have a camper dump station. We have 2 different playgrounds. And one thing that is really unique about the place, we have a kayak rental. A private guy comes out and he rents kayaks, wakeboards, and all that neat stuff, and it's just a win-win for everybody. The public really utilizes it and enjoys it. With Harmon, we did get put on the blue-green advisory on Tuesday. So in the past, what was 18, we did get to the warning category, and that pretty much shut down the lake for public use. People got really scared, really nervous, and didn't want nothing to do with us. So at that time, the Water Board and myself, we did a bunch of research, and we started opening the low water drawdown in the fall. We'd draw the lake down 2 foot, 2.5 foot, and we worked really closely with the downstream landowners not to flood their hay crops and their hay bales and all that neat stuff. And that fall, when we opened that low water drawdown, the nitrates and the phosphates were so thick in there, it looked like coffee that had a lot of creamer in it. It stunk so bad. It was terrible. That winter, we evaluated everything, and as the spring runoff started, we opened up the low water drawdown again. And we kind of got it going, so the water that was coming in, we were matching that with the low water drawdown, letting that go out. And it worked really good for a number of years. Last year we hit the advisory category towards the end of August. To me, it's too bad we got to that category, but yet at the same time, the summer recreation time frame was pretty much over. So as far as usage and camping revenue, we didn't see too much of a decline. Now this year, I don't know if we hit the warning category. I'm afraid it's gonna go right back to a stalemate. The Missouri River, we have a big park down there, Grainer Park. We have 75 electrical outlets, and they're all the same setup. Down there, when the flood of 2011 happened, we took the bull by the horns along with the park board, and we expanded. Well, when we expanded, we upgraded our electricity, but Grand Sioux failed to upgrade their side of it. So that first year when we had all our campers in there, and there's two campers per pedestal, they were blowing breakers. So they got that remedied, and life is good. The main thing I would emphasize to anybody who wants to start in the campgrounds and work with different boards is communication. I feel that between the park board, the water board, and the county commission, each and every one of those people has my phone number, they have my email address, and not one of them is scared to call me, nor am I scared to call them. I guess that's about it. And I'm open for any questions, and a lot of them. Oh, one more thing. I heard the gentleman before me, they have reservation system. None of Morton County parks, campgrounds has a reservation system. We do have 2 group pads at Harmon Lake that can be reserved. We have 1 group pad at Grainer Park that can be reserved. Our shelters can be reserved, but private individual camping, we don't accept reservations. And it's worked out really, really well for us. You know, with our proximity to Bismarck and Mandan, Harmon's about 9 miles away, Grainer's about 12 miles away. We actually have lots of people coming out on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and setting up their campers, and we get no complaints whatsoever. With that, I'm ready to answer any questions you got, or at least try to.
So if you don't take reservations, are you always full? Like weekends, and is that ever an issue?
We, generally speaking, I would say we're 90 to 95% full. On our major holidays, minus the 4th of July, simply because we do not allow fireworks, we will fill up on Tuesday and Wednesday night. Never. We, at Grainer Park and Harmon Lake, we always have primitive camping. I don't recall at one point in my 37 years that we sent somebody home. We have sent them home for rude behavior, but as far as, finding a spot to camp, not a problem. We have largemouth, crappie, bluegill, perch, bullhead, walleye, and northern, and I believe there's a few trout swimming around yet. Come on, guys.
Any other questions? We have a few moments, so.
Do you have a camp fee, or is it a donation system, or since you don't take reservations?
We charge $25 a night for electric camping, $15 a night for primitive camping, and that would be at Harmon Lake, Grainer Park, and Fort Rice. The rest of our campgrounds are free.
Jim, I'm a little bit aware of the Harmon Lake. There's a western camping area, a more primitive camping area. Has that been developed, or are there plans to develop that?
It has not been developed. I know it's on the blueprints for for development, but at this time, we haven't got that far.
I would like to reiterate something that Tim mentioned, that way back, I'm the chairman of the Morton County Water Resource District. We work together with Tim's department, and the one thing Tim said is communication, and that has been a very good avenue for us. Like Tim said, the lines of communication are always open, and we tell Tim, you manage the park. He brings us up to date on everything that happens.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Great, thanks, Tim.
Thank you.